Hey everyone, hey, it's Andrew here with Sony, Central Regional Product Specialist for Custom Installation. And I am here in my office today ready to go through all the settings on our brand new BRAVIA 8 and BRAVIA 9 projectors. Well, how can I do that from my office? Well, that's because these projectors have an integrated Web GUI. So here from my desktop, we can actually go into the projector menus, cover all of our setup, and really dive deep into the capabilities and the menu structure of the projector. But before I can do that, we've got to go upstairs to my theater and make sure the projector is properly configured. So let's go take a look and then we'll come back down here and jump on the desktop. Okay, welcome to the first video being shot here in my personal cinema. We are going to go through the setup on the projector just so you know where to make sure that we get the network settings dialed in. This is very much a work in progress. I'm not going to show the full thing just yet. We'll save that for some future videos. But let's fire up the projector and go into those menus. And of course, remember, projectors do not have Wi-Fi built in, so you will need that Ethernet cable connected. So I can very easily plug in my HDMI, and let's plug in that network connection. Make sure those are both in, and let's switch over to the menu. So the two key things I need to do here are go to my setup screen where I make sure my web control UI is turned on. So we want to make sure that we have that turned on. And then we can go here to our installation menu and we can pull up our network settings where we can set in a static IP if needed, or in my case here, I'm pulling up my automatic DHCP connection. So I've got my web control configured. I've got my IP address. Let's go back to my desktop and pull up the menus from there. Okay, so now that we have our projector properly configured upstairs, now I can come down here back onto my desktop and type in that IP address into my browser and we can start going through those menus. So I'll just simply type in that IP address and we are ready to go. Well, we're almost ready to go because before I can get fully up and rolling here, we do have to sign into the projector. So that projector sign-in is root as your username, and your password is projector with a capital P. So we'll type that in here and sign in. Now I'm not going to bother to remember this password because we are not going to have to change the password. The first time you log in, you have to change the password. It is very, very important that you put the password down as something universal that your entire company will know. All right, so I've got the minimum number of characters ready to go. I've got something that I will remember. Now we'll just hit OK. The projector is going to have to restart, and we will be able to then go into the setup. Okay, we've given the projector a moment to restart. Let's go ahead and click Sign In. Again, that password will be our new password. Our username is still root. So now you see I have full access to my Web GUI. From here, we can see our model name, our serial number, our projector status, our input, what kind of signal it's receiving, and our network information. So already right here from this home screen, you've got some really great user interface capability. So let's explore a couple of these features here. We also have control. So this is just like, hey, I've got the remote control in my hand. Pretty cool that we can go through and we can, again, navigate anything that we wanted here on that projector. Again, because this is a projector 8, I do have my lens adjustments, my picture position memory, our brightness, contrast, sharpness, and all of those exact same presets, just like you would have on the factory remote control. We can then go through and do many of our picture settings. Of course, where this is going to be really convenient is if you are doing any advanced calibration, you want to make sure that you can make those changes without having the menus throw off your meters. But from here, we can kind of just go through some of these other positions here. And again, you're going to see that these are all the same type functionality that you will have on the projector itself when you're going through the menu. Any of my my screen memory functions here for my multiple aspect ratios, any of my my advanced setup functions, all can be accessed right here. If we want to change where that menu is located, being able to go through any of these remote start, network management settings, functionality of the projector, making sure that we've got our HDMI set to those enhanced formats. If we want to be able to see our test patterns when we're doing our calibration, our installation settings, where we can adjust our keystone correction. Probably wouldn't want to do this one here from the menu. This is something you really need to be seeing on the screen. But hey, we do give you that capability to make those settings here. And again, another really useful one here is being able to see that information that's coming through the projector screen menu. So we can see the number of hours that are on the projector, the model, the serial number, what our intake air temperature is, and again, color format, resolution, software version, everything you'll want to know about the projector. And then advanced settings. Advanced settings, we have actually a few things here that we can do on the projector that used to require the separate logins. So a few neat things we can do here is we can plug in some owner information. You're doing one of those large installations. You have multiple projectors in the installation. Then we could go further into the projector location and any notes that you may have on that installation. And of course, after entering any of these functions, you want to make sure that you apply these settings changes. We can also, again, do our network settings right here. If we need to change this over to from a DHCP to a static network, makes it really simple to perform these changes on the menu. We then can go and change our password. Now remember, I said you could change your password, but you cannot reset it. There is no reset password option here. Your username will always remain root, but very important to remember that password. Now setting it up for your control system, whether it's PJ Talk, doing the advertisement, the SNMP, of course Crestron connected, whatever control system flavor you're using, you have those options here. So of course, if we're using Crestron Connected, we could simply apply here to start the Crestron Connected service, and we are up and running for to get this on your Crestron home. Under the service tab, again, the DDP or SDDP service. So again, pick your profile of choice based upon the control system that you're using. And then finally, hey, we've messed up a few of these things. We just want to go back and do all the advanced settings reset. We can easily do this right here and reset the projector. Okay, so how is that for a useful feature of the BRAVIA projectors? We can go through and do all of those great settings, make your calibration easier, and even if you have remote access, even be able to diagnose here remotely. So please give us any comments you may have down below. Like and subscribe to the page if you haven't already, and we'd love to hear any suggestions for future videos. I'm Andrew for Sony. We'll see you on the next video.